EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Ford Field. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Daniels starts with a pass. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 after 27 yards.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. He'll complete that to the rookie from Auburn.
Complete to number 85. A gain of 15. The Washington first down.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. A big play there for Washington. It's a gain of 34. To the air again is Daniels. Quick throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free.
Trust me, Mike, I've been there. You're this close to the goal line. You're thinking you're going to score, and it's going to be 6. You're fighting, you're clawing, but you can't lose the ball. Everything has to be about protecting the football. Your heart drops when that ball slips out of your hands, and in this case, kind of dodges a bullet as this one goes harmlessly out of bounds.
And he's in! Touchdown, Washington. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Badgley's extra point is good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
2nd down, Jackson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
3rd and long for Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
He'll return it from the 11. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. On 4th down, here comes J.K. Scott to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Jackson now to throw on first down. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. So after one, a first down throw for Jackson. That's caught by Gibbs. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Lions first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll tuck it and take off.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
They face second down and 7. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And he's into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, which is weird, Mike, because they sent so many guys out in the route. But what does that do? Really stresses your protection. The more guys out in the route, the less guys blocking, and the play ends up resulting in a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
That's a short one caught by Laporta. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Jackson up top again. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
3rd and short, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. He's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Jackson now on 2nd down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go. And
the pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. No issues there. This one is good. And the Lions will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This taken just shy of the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That's deep for Olave. And he can't hang on through the contact It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Shl Rb, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Throwing now, Daniels. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively, staying right with them, and will bring up third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Throwing is Daniels. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This is away, and it's a very good kick. Angled toward the sideline. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Three points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Jackson out of the pistol. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
What can they do here? This is third and forever. Now, Jackson. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 84 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will get out in front 17-7. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 2. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On play action, Daniels. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And Sinning was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Out of the pistol, here comes Gibbs. And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing Jackson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. 19 yards on the gain, and that's good for a first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Commanders come up with it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Operating from the gun, it's oh, they are on him in a crash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
A 1st down throw for Jackson.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll send him over to the left. 2nd down. Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Open man, left side, he's got it. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Detroit.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big games like this.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Now a loose football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive.
Back to throw, Jackson. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. Jackson. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Two incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. Jackson looking to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. He's going to look for the home run ball. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. A gain of 16 on that pass play. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
And you love to see this. You find yourself here in the 4th quarter. Your team is trailing. You're trying to do anything possible to see if you can create some sort of late spark. He goes big-time effort on the layout catch, and he's able to pull it in and see if it could be a little bit of a spark here late in this ballgame.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you?
in trouble, and down he goes. That is Marcus Davenport in there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Olave is the motion man. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels down the right sideline. And he will score. Game on. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Commanders. And now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Commanders 15.
So things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. Fires left sideline. That is complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for a Lions.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. He'll go right back to Laporta. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will fight his way to the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Commanders 15.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before 3rd down. 3rd and a yard. It's Daniels. He'll look deep. Left sideline.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
trailing late. They've got to go here. It's 4th down. That's taken in.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still 1 timeout left. Final minute, 1st and 10. Daniels gonna throw again. Catch made there, left side by Walker.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd down and 3. In motion comes Walker. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Third and short, and it's Daniels. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's that one intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
One final chance for this defense, and here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. The ball comes out. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Lions. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory.